down, 10-pin. Get in your home. on number 2.
Wow.
Down it goes. He'll take the break. For a strike.
What is going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and that was the Uproar, and as I expected, it didn't disappoint. I mean, I knew it. I knew it even before I got the ball that this thing was going to roll good for me. I mean, watching Jason Belmonte dominate the 2014 PBA season, with this ball in his bag, he used it a lot. Actually, I think he won the 2014. I know he dominated the Masters. He defended his title successfully, and this ball played a serious part in that. He won the Tournament of Champions using this ball. He won that PBA Super Clash against Sean Rash with this ball. That Summer King of the Swing thing, I don't even know what it's called. He used this ball. I mean, it played a serious part, and just seeing the colors on this ball really stood out to me. The way it shaped down lane was obviously the bigger decision for me in wanting to get one of these. And it's crazy because I caught a lucky break. The moment I made that decision that I wanted to find one of these, I caught a lucky break. I mean, I remember when I was looking for one of these. I learned that this ball was already discontinued a long time ago, and it was one of those ones that rarely pop up on the internet. So I'm like, dang, I got my work cut out for me now. It's going to require a lot of time and patience to be able to try to find one of these, especially with the correct specs. And I guess the bowling gods were looking down upon me and were like, give this man an Uproar, because it just popped up out of nowhere, literally. And the specs couldn't have been more perfect, too. It was 15 pounds. The pin was like 3 to 3.5, and the top weight was under 3 ounces. Perfect for me as a two-hander. I'm like, thank you. I mean, it was so unbelievable. It didn't even take that long. So, yeah, I got really, really lucky with that. And I went with that 60 by 5.5 by 60 layout because obviously, as I've mentioned millions of times already, that layout allows for the ball to really maximize its flare. And, this being, the one and only Uproar that I have right now, I wanted to go all out because obviously, I've only got one shot. So I figured why not, maximize the flare, go all out with this ball. So that's why I went with that. And, this ball, I didn't really have anything to compare it to until I tried the Zen, because I saw some serious similarities with the way it's shaped down lane. Looking at these specs, the RGs are 2.55. I can't remember the specs on the Zen, but we're just talking about the Uproar here. So the RG is 2.55, which is an indication of a pretty late rolling ball. Not too late, but late. And then the differential, this is what I find quite surprising because of what I saw with the downlane reaction. 0.030, that's an indication that it's not really that aggressive, but I saw some serious aggression. I mean, I'm sure it's quite obvious what you guys saw too. I mean, this ball, when it's going through the oil, it's really readying itself to turn like crazy. And when it touches that friction, it just has that serious bounce off the back end. And the reason I mentioned the Zen is because I find that the way this ball shapes down lane, for me, what I saw out there, it was very similar to the Zen. It readies itself going through the oil and then has that huge bounce. Obviously, the Zen having way more pop off the back end as compared to this Uproar. But for me, this Uproar, it's more my preference because the Zen, it just had too much pop off the back end. I didn't like it. I had a hard time controlling that. The reason this Uproar, with that toned down back end reaction, it just worked for me because when a bowling ball has way too much hook, it doesn't work for me. I mean, I like to see that crazy back end reaction, but for my game, it just doesn't work. So that's the best way I could describe this Uproar is it's like the Zen but toned down on its back end reaction. And for my game, personally, that was perfect. And the cover stock and the weight block that was on it. Let me see, what is it called? Let's see, the cover stock is 51 ml Pearl Reactive cover, and then the weight block is called a Late Roll 51. It's a symmetrical weight block. I don't know if I hear from that anymore. I mean, have they put that on any other bowling balls lately? I don't know, but I love that combo. It was perfect. Another solid 700 series was on the cards, and personally for me, because of how easy it was to control this ball, I feel like I could have gotten a much higher series, and I felt like I could have stringed a lot, my strikes together a lot better than I did in this 3 game series. But I got what I got. But I still a solid 700 series. But I feel it could have been a lot higher because this ball, it felt really really easy to use. So that's really what I have to say on it. I mean, plain and simple. So I guess if you guys want to know what it's like to try this ball, then try the Zen because it's for me, from what I saw, it's the closest thing to it. I mean, the only difference is the Zen is way more aggressive on its back end reaction. So that's what I have to say on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That was the Uproar, and I'm done holding off on the RST X2 and the hustles as I promised. I think I mentioned that in the past 2 videos, I think. So I finally got my camera. Things are back in order. We're back on track. So the next video that you are going to see will be the RST X2, and the hustle might not be until just a little later because I got quite a bit to do with that. You guys are gonna see what I have. It's quite crazy, but yeah, that's what that is, your little itty bitty update there. So I'm Frank the Tank. That was the Uproar. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the RST X2 video.